been doing more research on trucks. Still don't know what we're going to do, whether we're going to buy one, um, lease one, buy a brand new one, lease one, or buy a used. I kind of want to buy a used one, a little bit cheaper, get it paid off quicker. Then my wife can buy her a car, because pickups, more something I want, but it's something we need because where we live. And so, if I lease, I could go for the Santa Cruz. Now, there's a lot of 2021s and 22s for sale that are used at a lot of lots. What got me thinking, why are people buying them and then they don't like them? Because they're not really a truck. The Santa Cruz is a car with a pickup bed, or SUV with a pickup bed, or crossover vehicle with a pickup bed. It's kind of like the Tucson with the pickup bed on it, something, but it's still nice. It has a lot of features. It's smooth. It's a unibody, which is nice. I mean, you want a big truck, you want body on frame. If you're going four wheeling, you want body on frame. The unibody trucks don't do as well, heavy hauling. They can pull just as much as the body on frame, but they're not going to climb and go through mud like your body on frame trucks. But we'll try it. See if it'd be a car that'd be easier for my wife to drive. She'd be driving like a car, and then I need a truck to go get lumber and things like that. Then it would be nice. So that is a consideration. That's my number 3 for a new car. My number 2 is the Tacoma. This is if I'm going to buy or lease. And my number 1 is the Nissan Frontier. Now, a lot of critics say that the Nissan Frontier is equal or very close to the Tacoma. Nissan did a lot of changes to their Frontier a couple of years ago, and they all have that 6-cylinder, so anyone I buy would have the engine I'd want. The Tacomas come in an i4 and a V6, but the V6 are way up there in price. The i4 is more affordable and actually cheaper than the Frontier in some ways, but I want a vehicle that's going to last 10 years. Now, 4-cylinder going to last 10 years plus. At the Toyota, there's a good chance it will if you don't tear it up. The Ridgeline, I didn't find a lot of information. Ridgeline's on a lot of lists for best new trucks. But I was looking at used trucks, the best used trucks, and Ridgeline only found one in my searches. It was way down on the list on one of the best used trucks. It did make it on the list of best 6-cylinder trucks. It was on the top of that list, but that one only had the Toyota and the Nissan, and that's it. I've ruled out the Ranger because the new Rangers have a lot of problems with them. If you get the Rangers back when they were working with Mazda, those are really nice trucks. That was my last truck, was one of those. Those are really nice trucks. My wife said, "Well, you had that one and it broke down." Yeah, it was my fault. I forgot. I hadn't drove it for like several months, and I forgot that last time I drove it, I needed to get a thermostat, and I forgot, and I loaded up and headed down here to Alabama, and I burned up the motor coming down here. I probably could have paid a mechanic $1,000 and got it running again, but I ended up just selling it. But anyway, I got a lot of my results and my research, and these are some of the searches come up with different vehicles in different years, but I'm just going to go down the list. I got the Sahara, the GMC Sahara. 2016 is a really good year for that vehicle. This is going with, one of the V6s too. The Ford F-150 is a really good truck if you get 2009 to 2015. Ford trucks now, I don't know what's wrong with them. But you're hearing a lot of negative things about Ford trucks lately. And they used to be the top truck. They're no longer the top truck. I don't know, Silverado's passed it up as being the top selling truck in America. And Tundra and Titan are right on its heels. Ford needs to shape up their trucks and start building things that are more reliable again. They're gonna really mess up the reputation with the cars that are coming out now. The Tacoma 2015 to 2021 are really good used trucks, but they're expensive. You might as well buy a new one. The used Toyota Tacomas, man, they're almost as expensive as the new ones. I swear to God, and you're not going to get as good of a rate on a used truck. So I don't think I'm going to go that way unless I find one somewhere, some gem that was overlooked by everybody else. But Tacomas are real popular trucks right now, and they have been for years because you see a lot of old ones on the road. They just run forever. So, and that's what I'm looking for. I want a truck that's reliable. But that's why Nissan might come in, because Nissan doesn't have that reputation, because they had those front-wheel drive trucks in the early 2000s that were just crap. And people still remember that about Nissan. So Nissan may stay low price, or especially on their used ones, for now, because they don't have the reputation. You're not paying for that reputation. So just like the Ridgelines, they're the same boat as Tacomas. I mean, the used ones are almost expensive as the new ones. And then under that is the Tundra. Now, I would like a Tundra if I could find one with a V6. 2015 to 2021 are the really good years for that particular car. And the 2016, actually. 2007 to 2016. 2016 is supposed to be a really good year for the Tundras. I wouldn't mind a used Tundra if I find one at the right price. They're kind of high, but I did find one, and I went back to look, and it was sold already. They didn't even have the picture on the website yet. Picture's still coming, and they already sold that one. It was just a really good price. I can't remember what the price was, but it was like around $20,000 for it was a 2015. That one didn't stay in their lot very long. Another one kind of surprised me is the Dodge Ram. Not really a Dodge guy. I owned one for a short time, a Dodge truck. It was like an extended cab built in the 1980s. And it had this monstrous motor on it, and I ended up selling it because it's just too much truck, and plus it needed a lot of work. I bought it from a friend. It was sitting in his back lot, and I got it for real cheap. I think I paid $1,000 for it, and it needed several $1,000s more work in it. So I don't have a lot of experience with Dodge, but I just don't always hear good things. But it's in 2009 to 2018 is a really good year for the Dodge Ram 1500. So that is a consideration. It's on my list. If I see a good price of a vehicle in that date, in those years, it's a consideration. As long as it's not a front-wheel drive truck. Now I don't know what the deal. Dodge has a lot of front-wheel drive trucks. I don't understand that. Another reason why I don't want to go with the Ridgeline is because I knew somebody had one. They had a flat tire. They had to buy all new tires because of one flat. Because all the tires have to have even wear because it messes up with the sensors. But you can actually get a tire shaved down, so you don't actually have to get all four tires. You can get the tire shaved down, but you have to go to the right tire shop that has the tools to do that. So, and that's the same with the four-wheel drives. I'm finding out because my son has a Tacoma, and he needs to come up with a $9,000 or $900 to replace I mean, buy all new tires. I don't know. I told him to buy some used ones, and he's like, "Well, they have to be all the same." But you can get all used tires. I bought, I had an old Ford truck, and the tires were getting rotted out, and I bought a whole set of brand new tires from a junkyard for a little over $100, and they still had those little rubber string things that come off the tires, so they were practically brand new tires. You just have to look around for used tires, I guess. Um, the Chevy Silverado from 2014 to 2018, and especially the 2016. So, and I say, if Chevy's good that year, GMC's good that year. They're interchangeable. So, you know, when I see a list of cars best of, and they'll have Chevy, then they'll have GMC, the next one. They should be together in one category. That's only my opinion. Um, the Canyon and the Colorado, 2010, 2011. That's a little older than I want to get. I don't want to get much older than 2013 if I get a used truck. Now, did I go through the whole list? I think I did. The Frontier 2005 to 2020 are good years, and I think the ones coming out right now are equal to but you get the older ones, they're not going to have that cool body style that the new Titans, or not Titans, but Frontiers have. I do have Titan on there too. They came on the most reliable list for 2014, 2016. So that's another good year. This is best used, most reliable. I did a lot of different searches and did a lot of different sites because I don't know if trust these sites, especially on new ones, because Honda might pay Motor Trend to put their truck higher on the list. And money talks, bullshit walks, right? So, these on new cars, going by these lists, I don't even trust Consumer Reports. I used to, because there's a lot of shady deals going on to get these trucks higher up on the list, so you don't always know. You can look at the used cars because they're not going to pay more to have their used car up on the list because they want you to buy a new one. So looking up the used cars, most reliable used cars, are going to give you a better feel of what's out there than with looking at the new cars. And I'm also considered a used car. Now, there are features my wife wants. She likes I like the GPS more than she does. But she likes to use the GPS. She uses it, and she said she won't have a pickup truck if it doesn't have a backup camera. Well, they didn't start putting backup cameras, until 2016. That's when they really started becoming universal. Some vehicles had them. I don't think trucks really had them until then. 2017, they were all over. All trucks had them by then. And they were smaller. Some of them were up in the mirror. And now they've gotten bigger and bigger screen displays. But you can buy GPSs for under $200 off of Amazon or a lot of different places that have backup cameras, wireless backup cameras. It's a little license plate holder, so it fits right in your license plate, and it has a backup camera right there. So you can buy any year truck or car, and you can get a backup camera and a GPS in it. You don't have to buy the ones that have that in. So that's not a big problem. Now the lane assist, my wife likes that. I'm like, well, you drove years without one. I don't know. Last two cars had lane assist. She really likes that. I don't know. Just stay in your lane. That's all you got to do. I had a truck driver for years. The truck's wide and big. I was able to keep that in the lane. If I can keep that in the lane, anybody can keep a car in a lane without lane assist. They got the little bumpity bumps on the side of the road. You start going off the road. I'm always hitting those. Anyway, but, what I got on the back here. Not just some of the vehicles. But so on the used trucks, I can't say what the top of my list is because it's what's available. You just have to do a lot of searching. And I really don't want anything with more than 100,000 miles on it. I know they say those Tundras will go for, you know, ungodly amount of miles and keep running. So, but I still don't want more than those many miles on it. Now, the nice thing about that is that pickups, a lot of people have pickups, but it's their second vehicle. They have a pickup and they have a car, and they take their car when they go town to grocery shopping. They drive their car to work and stuff like that, and their truck sits at home. So it's not that hard to find older trucks with low miles on it. I've found a few of them. I found some of them are under 100,000 miles that are like early 2000s. They're out there. You have to look a lot, but they are out there. So to me, it's not how old the truck is. It's how many miles it has on it. And my wife, she's more the other way. She don't care how many miles on it as long as it's only like 5 years old or something. You know, so I don't know. We've had new cars for the last going on 6 years. But, you know, I like to save a little money. Buy a truck that's 10 years old that I'm going to keep for another 10 years. I could buy a brand new truck, keep it for 20 years, I guess, if I wanted to. But you don't know how reliable the new cars are until you have one. I mean, right now, the Toyotas are coming out, the Nissans are coming out, the Fords. I already know that the Fords are crap to people. I know that people are saying the Dodges are crap. I haven't heard anything negative about the Chevys. And I definitely haven't heard anything negative about the Tundras and Titans and Tacomas and Frontiers. Never heard much about Hondas, but I do see a lot of old ones around. I mean, if I get a good price on a Honda, yeah, you got that tire issue, but you know, if we keeping a spares just to get you to the tire shop, you just got to find you a good tire shop. Now, on our cruise, when we were coming back home, my wife there was a trailer that broke down on the highway, Interstate 10 in Florida, and we were coming close to Lake City, and this trailer was broke down on the side of the road, but chunks of that trailer came off the road, and my wife hit them, boom, boom, and I sat out there, and she pulled off the side of the road and pulled into the dirt a little bit, and I changed that tire. It was on the side of the road that's near the highway, which scares the shit out of me, but I took that tire off, put the spare tire on, and started driving. Pulled back over again. The front tire was out too. So I was like, well, we can't drive now. We had to call AAA, and they took us to a tire shop, little mom and pop tire shop in Lake City, I think it was. And we had to replace the tires, 2 tires. Kind of a drag. And then we got home way late, so we didn't get to pick up our dog at the dog boarding place. So, you know, kind of put a cramp in our we ended up eating fast food. We always eat dinner out, you know, when you're on the highway. I don't want to eat fast food in my car. I want to get out of the car and stretch out a little bit and sit in a restaurant and get food served to me. So, but we didn't get to do that because we were way behind schedule. I think we ended up going to Popeyes and got some Popeyes chicken meal and drove home and ate it on the way. But that's just my thoughts on my truck. I did find one. I wish I could buy it today because there's a 2015 Ford truck. It's a single cab. It's red. Usually single cabs are red or white. But this was a red one, and it already had the steps on it, or the side steps. Because my wife needs to get in the truck. But it had the bench seats, so that means it could sit 3 people. So if we need to pick somebody up, we got room for somebody, and we can also take our dog with us when we take our dog places. Our dog likes to go. That's her favorite thing. Get in the car and go somewhere. She loves doing that. Oh, she just loves that. But anyway, you guys have a good day and a better tomorrow.